Hello, students of class 4. A warm welcome to you all to EVS class. Well, I am your tele-radio tutor, Miss Kahuliwatsa, and in today's class, I will be teaching you EVS subject, that is social science portions, okay? And the name of the topic that I'm going to introduce you is that the things that belongs to us, okay? The name of the lesson is that a things that belongs to us. It is on chapter 8 in your EVS textbook, social science portion. So in this lesson, we will be discussing about what are the things that belongs to us. What are the things that belongs to us and the things that belongs to us. And in this topic, we will be discussing about what property is, what is meant by property, and the property that can be categorized into a private property and a public property. And then we will also be discussing about the importance of a public property. And at last, we will be discussing about how we should take care of this property. So students, you can see here on the picture, what is this? It is a doll. Yes or no? It is a doll. And it is a things. And these dolls belongs to us. Yes or no? It belongs to us. And you can even see me. You can see my wristwatch. This is my property. Okay, this is my things, and these things belongs to me. This wristwatch belongs to me because I pay 1,000 rupee for this, and these things has a value. Okay, these things has a value, and this is the things that belongs to me. And in today's class, we will be discussing about the things that belongs to us. Again, this is my spectacle, and then the spectacle belongs to me, and it does not belongs to anyone. Yes or no? It does not belongs to anyone. It belongs to me, and these spectacles has a value. So the things that belongs to us are called as a property. You can see here on the picture also a toy, a doll. This is a things, and this doll has a value because we purchase these dolls through a money. Yes or no? And you can see here on the picture a bus and a train. So these are also the things. These are the vehicles. Yes or no? These are the public transport and the vehicles that we used. Yes or no? And these things has a value. So students, what is property is that a property means anything that has a value and belongs to us. Okay, a property means anything such as our spectacle, my wristwatch, or my chain, or my dress, or this board also. Okay, so these all are the things that have a value and that belongs to us are called as a property. I'm repeating again, property means anything, whether it may be your dress, or whether it may be your house, or whether it may be your toys, or whether it may be your jewelries, etc. All those things that has a value and belongs to us are called as a property. So property can be categorized or classified into a private property and a public property. So let us learn what are the private property. Okay, so the private properties includes a furniture, okay, a car, a toy, a jewelries, a house, or a bungalow. Okay, so all those things that belongs to an individual, that belongs to you only, or that belongs to a single person, or that belongs to your family only. Okay, the things that belongs to yourself or a single person or for your family is known as a private property. Okay, so the private property such as a house, the house belongs to your family only. It does not belongs to other, or it does not belongs to anyone else. Or your toy, a doll, it belongs to you. It does not belongs to anyone. Yes or no? And there is no other persons the other person does not have any rights to use that without your permission. So all these things that belongs to you yourself or to a single person or to your family is known as a private property. I'm repeating again, the things that belongs to an individual or a single person or a family is known as a private property. And the private property includes toys, jewelries or an ornaments, your car, your house or your bungalow. Those are categorized or they are called as a private property. See, next is a public property. Okay, so the public properties includes a public park, a train or a buses or a post office or even the hospitals or a community halls or a playground. Okay, so the parks, the public transport such as a bus or a train or a post office or a hospital or even the parks are the things that belongs to everyone. Yes or no? The hospital does not belongs to you itself. Yes or no? It belongs to everyone because whenever we feel sick, everyone used to go to the hospitals and consult the doctor in order to get well. Yes or no? So it belongs to everyone. The hospital or community hall is also a public property because it is utilized or it is used by everyone for the people living in that community. And next one is a park. A park is a public property because it does not belong to yourself. It does not belong to a single person, but everyone can go to the park and have fun and enjoy there. So park is categorized or park can be classified into a public property. And even the train also, train is used by everyone. Yes or no? It help us to carry from one place to another places, and it help us to go to different places, and everyone use the train to go to other places. So train is a public property. Okay, so what is a public property is that the things that belongs to everyone and that everyone can be used, or this property can be used by everyone, or everyone has a right to enjoy that or to use that or to utilize that. So they are called as a public property. So as I have told you, public property includes a hospital, a park, etc. Let us now discuss about what are the importance of a public property. So it is very important. Public property is very important because it makes our life very easy. It makes our life richer. It makes our life very comfortable in different ways. Suppose you would like to play a football along with your friends, yes or no? But you need, so in order to play a football, you need a playground. But a playground, you doesn't have a playground. So the public, you need a playground to play a football. So a playground is a public property, and then everyone has a right to use that, or everyone has a right to enjoy it over there. So a playground is a public property, and it cannot be owned or managed by a single person, by an individual, because it is maintained by the entire population or entire people living in the community or living in the society. So why public property is important is that since a single person cannot manage that such a huge or a most valued property, so it can it is maintained by the public and it is looking after by the public, and it also helps the public to enjoy or to utilize that, and it help us to make our life very easy, because by having a playground it makes us easy to play the football over there. Or whenever we feels like to go and have fun in a park, a park is such a big area, and it is the place where we can go and make fun or have fun along with our friends. So it makes our life easy by the parks which is maintained by the public. So it is very important, as I have told you, because this public property is very important, and public property should be taken care, because it makes our life very easy and comfortable, and it helps us in lots of ways or in different ways. Okay, so let us learn about how we should take care of a public property. Public property is very important, as I've told you, because it makes our life very comfortable, it makes our life very easy in different ways. So it is the duty of everyone to take care and to protect this public property. Okay, it is a duty of you and it is a duty of mine to take care or to protect this public property, such as a hospital or a playground or a community hall. And then we should also take care of this public property, and we should not damage or spoil the public property. Okay, and then we should also, it is our duty to prevent other also from damaging this public property. Suppose example, when you happen to come across or when you happen to go to visit hospitals, and if you see any one of the person, if you see any one of the person scratching a door or damaging the doors or the windows of a hospitals or a community halls, then you should also tell them that that should not be do. It is your duty. Okay, it is your duty to prevent them from not damaging it, because it belongs to every one of us. So if that person's damage that property, then that public property, then it is a loss for every one of you. It is a loss for you, or it is a loss for that person also, and it is a loss for that another person also. So it is very important for us to take care of a public property. So how can we protect or how can we preserve this public properties, such as a school, a hospital, a police, post office, or a community hall? Is that the first we can take the examples of a school. A school belongs to you, yes or no? A school is a public property. It belongs to you. It belongs to me, yes or no? It belongs to you, it belongs to me, and it belongs to your friends, and it belongs to everyone, because we used to go to the school, and it is a school where we learn, or where the teachers teach, where the students learn new things. So it belongs to everyone. Everyone has a right to go to school. Everyone has a right to use the school property, yes or no? So it is important for us that we should take care or we should preserve our property. Okay, the school property, we should not damage the school property. There are some of the students, or if you happen to come across the situation that your friends are damaging or scribbling their names on the bench or the decks, or breaking the bench or the decks, or littering the classrooms, then it is your duty. Okay, it is your duty to remind them not to do that, and also to prevent them from not doing that. Okay, you should have to tell your friends. If you see any of your friends who is doing like that, then you are a very good student. Because of that, you should have to tell them that it belongs to every one of us. It is a public property. Because of that, we should take care of this, and we should not scribble or our names, or we should not break this school property. See, you can see here on the picture, and it is also important to take care or to prevent or to preserve our school property. We can preserve our school property by not damaging the doors and the windows in the classrooms, or even the bench and the desks in the classrooms. And we should not spit or litter the school compound. Okay. Historical monuments are also public property, because it belongs to every one of us, and it is very important for us to protect these historical monuments, and we should not damage the walls, the doors, or the windows of these historical monuments. It is also very important for us to take care of the parks. Okay, so we should not litter the parks, or we should not throw the waste everywhere in the park, because a park is a public property, and then a park is a place where we can go and have fun, and where everyone has a right to enjoy, or where everyone has a right to use that. So this park is a public property, and then we should not litter these things. And whenever you happen to come across a garden, it is important for you that if you see the flowers or the plants growing, or if you see the flowers blooming, you should not pluck those flowers or those flowers. Okay, public transport such as a bus, car, a train, etc. are the public property, and it makes our life very easy and comfortable. So if you happen to come across that your friends are scribbling or tearing at the seat covers of a bus or a train, then you should have to remind them not to do that. Next, public library is also a public property, and it should be taken care, and we should also prevent others for damaging the property that is there in the library. So in the library, we used to go and read the books, yes or no? So if you happen to come across, or if you happen to see your friends tearing away the pages of the books in the library, then you should prevent them, or you should tell them that it belongs to everyone, it is a public property, so it is your duty, or it is my duty to take care of this, and we should not do that. So let us recap the lessons what we have learned today. So a property means anything that has a value and belongs to us. And what are the private property? Are that private properties are the things that belongs to an individual or a single person or a family, such as a pencil, a toy, a jewelry, or an ornaments, or a house or a bungalow, or even the cars also. And the public property is that the things that belongs to everyone and that can be used by anyone, such as a playground, buses, public transport such as buses, train, community halls, etc. Okay, the parks also. So these are categorized into a public property. And public property is very important because it makes our life very easy, and it makes our life richer also, and it makes our life comfortable in different ways. And it is the duty of everyone to take care and to protect the public property. And it is also important for us not to damage or to spoil the public property, and we must also prevent other from damaging this public property. So students, we have come to the end of the discussions. So I hope you can able to solve your exercise, which is given there on your textbook, independently by yourself. Thank you students for tuning. Stay safe and see you on the next class.